Senator Francis Fadahunsi can affect and change the trajectory of this election. Now, what has the senator said, and what does it mean in a time like this? With over 2.3 million OSUN state residents registered to vote in this gubernatorial election that is fixed to hold on the 15th of August on Saturday, and a sitting senator has made a statement like this. Now, Davido uploaded a video on his page, which has gone viral and is generating heat and conversation online. What was said by this senator? Senator Francis Fadahunsi went on in a video speaking to supporters of the All Progressive Congress, where he went on to say that they should kill members of Accord Party. Now, why is it members of Accord Party? Now, this is what is happening in this election. The incumbent governor, Ademola Adeleke, who happens to be the uncle of Davido, is the incumbent and sitting governor. Now, he has moved from PDP to Accord Party, where he is running for a re-election. Now, what does this mean? Why does it matter? And where do we draw the line as a nation? Now, starting exactly what the Senator Francis Fadahunsi has said. In this video, he went on to say in Yoruba language that when you see members or supporters of Accord Party in Ilesha, one of the towns that is under his district, that they should kill them. Now, we're not here to say what Senator Francis Fadahunsi has said is wrong or is right, but let's look at the fact and what are the developments around this issue currently. Now, moving on to the timing, let's talk about why this matters now. Now, with about 4 days away to the elections, statements like this could cause heat and could lead to serious violence. Now, the election holds on the 15th, and just a couple of days to the election, a sitting senator with influence and impact has said that members of the opposing parties should be physically, harmed. That is what he said literally in the video. Now, what has Senator said? Senator Francis Fadahunsi has debunked this, denying that he means literally for supporters of All Progressive Congress to attack or kill supporters of Accord Party. He has gone on to say what he meant is when it comes to election in Ilesha, you people should kill Accord Party with votes. Now, let's talk about the words. What are the words as slang means when it comes from a politician? Words of politician does not fall into basket, right? It's not a vacuum. It holds value. It holds water, and it can lead to violence, right? Now, when we look at a senator that's following, the crowd there were already cheering, they were supporting, they were responsive. It simply means that in the real sense of it, even if this senator is not, literally asking them to kill people, those who are his supporters, those who are on the streets, thugs who are supporters of this party and the governor who is coming on the APC platform to run for this gubernatorial election, might take this as a literal call to go ahead and start killing people. Now, this senator has been summoned by the police force to come and give his statement and for investigation. Now, what does the police summoning Senator Francis Fadahunsi mean? It does not mean that he is guilty until he is proven guilty. Now, this is an ongoing investigation where the police have invited him to say, you made this statement. It was captured in a video. We need you to come and defend yourself. We need you to come and explain why this statement has been made. Now, during the police investigation, if police are able to establish that these words he said was also followed by the intention to actually carry this out, then it becomes a persecution that this sitting senator representing Osun State East might be facing a lawsuit. Now, in situations like this, we're left with questions. Why will a sitting senator make statements like this? How does this statement affect elections? How does this statement affect the people? And how does it affect the party on which this senator is, representing the people? When we talk about statements like, or words like kill, there are even words that on social media, when you make statements like that, guidelines on social media can actually remove your content. Do you understand? So when a politician, a sitting senator representing the people has an opinion or make statements like this, this calls for independent and deep investigation, because we've always known Nigeria elections to be one that is being followed by a lot of violence. During the 2023 general election, we saw lots of violence attached to this election. And it's not just 2023 general election. It has always happened like that in Nigeria. And now, imagine a backing of a statement that could trigger such violence being made by a respectable politician in the state. Where does Nigeria draw the line? Where does politician draw the line? So this one is a two-side thing, right? It falls on the responsibility falls on both us who are the voters and the politicians who are coming out for us to vote them into political offices. Now, in this video, while Fadahunsi was speaking, we could see people in that video responding to him. That is the issue. When people you're speaking to actually accept what you're saying, even if you do not mean it literally. Now, this video is actually a couple of minutes video, right? Not a very lengthy video. He might want to say, I said more than that, right? But the thing is, during when you were speaking, was there a time where you stated clearly that I am not saying you should go ahead and kill people with a big gun, knife, or go ahead to attack people violently? I am saying that killing here is a figure of speech used to represent that we should defeat accord as a party on in the polling units. Now, when you do not clearly make statements like that, you leave people with the room to generate their own meaning and interpretation to this, and that is really where the issue is. So the question now can easily move from what does the politician mean? What does Senator Fadahunsi mean? You know, by saying kill any member of Accord Party that you see in Ilesha. But another major question is, what does it mean to those supporters who are standing there? What does it mean to people who would see this video in OSUN State, who are supporters of APC? What does it mean to thugs on the road who are supporters of the party? This is the exact question that we should be asking. The interpretation to the people who this information is being sent to, because every information, every form of communication to the receiver, it denotes different meaning. And when a senator that has been respected, that has supporters, now says a statement like, kill the supporters of this party if you see them in Ilesha, with 4 days away to the elections, where do we draw the line? What are the electoral laws that can be put in place that guides statements that are being used by politicians and their supporters during elections? You can go ahead to say, don't vote for these people. They have failed in the last 4 years. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. But there are statements that should not be allowed. There should be laws that guide statements and languages that are used during elections in order for us to stop the chances of inciting violence. Senator Fadahunsi has gone on to defend himself that what he meant was that supporters of APC in Ilesha should kill in election, should kill supporters of Accord Party by vote and not him inciting violence. Now, Senator Ademola Adeleke, who is actually the incumbent governor and is running on the party Accord, has gone on to, reach out to the police, the Inspector General of Police, ask them to carry out an investigation and persecute him, as this is him inciting violence. Where do we draw the line? Those are the two questions. Where do we draw the line? And what does statements like this, being meant by reputable political personality, means to the average Nigerian on the streets? Well, we've always seen elections come with issues like this. We'll continue to follow the election of OSUN State and things that continue to affect and change the trajectory of this election. But one thing we do know for sure is that the statements being made by a sitting senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria on the platform of the ruling party, which a couple of days away to the general election, should be taken with every level of seriousness, and the police needs to investigate this independently and without any form of bias, because When we allow things like this slide, with our general election less than 6 months away, we are opening doors for violence that could affect the free and fair election that we are trying to achieve as a nation.